Hello, Public Service Commission. How does it look when they do what they have been employed to do? Functions and powers of the Public Service Commission. The Commission shall exercise disciplinary control over and remove persons holding or acting in those offices, promote the values and principles referred to in Article 10 and 232 throughout the public service, investigate, monitor, and evaluate the organization, administration, and personnel practices of the public service, ensure that the public service is efficient and effective. The Commission has power to issue summons as may be necessary for the fulfillment of its mandate, require that statements be given under oath or affirmation, and to administer such oath or affirmation, obtain by lawful means information it considers relevant, including requisition of reports, records, documents, and any information from a person, including public bodies, and to compel the production of such information for the proper discharge of its functions, to interview a person or group of persons, to call upon a person to meet with the Commission or its staff, or to attend a session of the Commission subject to adequate provision being made to meet the expense for that purpose. The Commission also has the power to compel the attendance of a person who fails to respond to a request of the Commission to appear before the Commission and to answer questions relevant to the subject matter of the session or hearing, to acquire, hold, charge, and dispose movable and immovable property, to conduct audits in a public institution except those institutions excluded under Article 234(3) of the Constitution in order to establish the level of compliance of such institutions with the values and principles in Articles 10 and 232 of the Constitution, to require any public institution to provide a special report on matters relating to the institution's compliance with the values and principles in Articles 10 and 232 of the Constitution, and do or perform all such other things or acts for the proper discharge of its functions under the Constitution, this Act, and any written law as may lawfully be done or performed by a body corporate. Public Service Commission Act. These are appointments, confirmation of appointments, and transfers. An acting appointment under subsection 4 shall be in favor of a public officer who is duly qualified and competent to perform the duty and not undermine the expeditious appointment or deployment of a competent person to the public office concerned. In selecting candidates for appointment or promotions, the Commission or other lawful appointing authority shall have regard to merit, equity, aptitude, and suitability, the prescribed qualifications for holding in the office, the efficiency of the public service, the provable experience and demonstrable milestones attained by the candidate, and the personal integrity of the candidate. For purposes of this section, merit in regard to a person means the person has the abilities, aptitudes, skills, qualification, knowledge, experience, and personal qualities relevant to the carrying out of the duties in question, has potential for development, and meets the criteria set out in subsection 1. Development of human resource in the public service. The human resources in the public service shall be developed in order to continuously improve professional knowledge and skills needed for better performance of duties by public officers and public bodies, bring about the right attitudinal orientation of public officers, promote responsiveness to the prevailing social, economic, and political environment in which the public bodies operate, and scientific and technological developments, enhance commitment to democratic values, partnership, and participative decision-making. Also, achieve a factual and scientific approach to decision making. Achieve high performance in every public body or public office. Promote and protect human rights and freedoms as provided for in the Constitution, and promote an ethical environment for public service delivery in accordance with the national values and principles of governance and principles and values of public service as provided for in the Constitution. Investigation, monitoring, and evaluation of the organization, administration, and personnel practices of the public service. In this part, administration includes the management of policies, resources, systems, and procedures, and the provision of professional advisory services in the public service to achieve integrity, efficiency, effectiveness, uniformity, and improvement of service delivery. Efficiency and effectiveness of the public service. The Commission shall promote efficiency and effectiveness of the public service by setting standards in service delivery for evaluating performance in the public service, evaluating the organization and core functions of public bodies with respect to human resources, internal processes, citizen satisfaction, and recommending measures for improved performance, setting the performance contract guidelines in the public service and ensuring compliance with the Commission's set standards, providing guidelines on performance appraisal systems for public bodies and the individual public officers, evaluating performance agreements between the government and public bodies or individual public officers, and investigating and making recommendations to the authorized officer on its own motion or upon receipt of a complaint on inefficiency and ineffectiveness of service delivery in public bodies, including general practices that lead to inefficiency in the public service and reported breach of any law, code of conduct, or values and principles of governance and public service, or making recommendations to the respective authorized officer, public body, or office for improved efficiency and effectiveness of the public service. The Commission may impose sanctions and make recommendations to the President on any penalty to be imposed on an authorized officer who does not ensure efficiency and effectiveness of a public body. Promotion of and reporting on values and principles of governance and values and principles of public service. The Commission shall, in accordance with Article 234(2) of the Constitution, promote within the public service the national values and principles of governance and values and principles of public service in Articles 10 and 232(1) of the Constitution by integrating the values and principles in the regulations, procedures, policies, and instruments for delivery of the Commission's powers and functions, informing and educating public officers and the public about the values and principles for the purpose of practicing the values and principles, formulating and implementing programs intended to inculcate in the public officers and citizens awareness of their civic responsibilities and appreciation of their duty to uphold the values and principles, overseeing the implementation and effectiveness of the programs in paragraph C. Also, assessing and reporting on the public body's compliance with their obligation under international treaties and conventions on good governance, integrity, and anti-corruption, collaborating with other institutions working in the field of good governance, integrity, and anti-corruption for the purpose of promoting and protecting the values and principles of governance in public service, reporting or recommending to the President and Parliament on action taken or effective measures for promotion of the values and principles, and performing such other functions as the Commission may consider necessary for the promotion and protection of the values and principles. Exercise of disciplinary control in the public service. The power to exercise disciplinary control within the public service shall vest in the Commission. The Commission may, subject to this Act and to such instruction as it may determine, delegate the following disciplinary powers to its authorized officers. In respect of all public officers, the power to interdict any public officer, to suspend any public officer, to stop, withhold, or defer a normal increment of any public officer, to reprimand a public officer, or to stop a public officer's pay or salary, in grades as may be determined by the Commission in the regulations, the power of dismissal or reduction in rank or seniority as provided for under this part. Commission's reports to the President and Parliament. The Commission shall within 3 months after the closure of the financial year prepare a report for submission to the President and Parliament. The report shall contain the financial statements of the Commission, decisions, observations, findings, and recommendations in respect to any constitutional or statutory functions of the Commission, any findings of an audit, investigation, evaluation, monitoring, inquiry, research, or visits undertaken by the Commission. Any information that is required by law to be reported on by the Commission. Any issue the President or Parliament has in writing required the Commission to report upon. Any impediments to the achievement of the objects and functions of the Commission under the Constitution, this Act, or any written law, and any other information relating to the Commission's functions that the Commission considers necessary. The Commission shall publish and publicize the report submitted to the President and Parliament. Procedure for appointment of Chairperson and members of the Commission. Selection panel. Whenever a vacancy arises, the President shall, within 14 days by notice in the Government Gazette, declare vacancies in the Commission and constitute a selection panel comprising of the following: a representative from the Office of the President, a representative from the Office of the Attorney General, a representative from the Ministry responsible for the Public Service, a representative from the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, a representative from the Institute of Human Resource Management who should be knowledgeable in human resource practices. Also, a representative from the Federation of Kenya Employers who should be knowledgeable in labor relations, and a representative from the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. The panel shall elect a chairperson and a vice chairperson from amongst its members. Subject to the provisions of this schedule, the panel shall determine its own procedure. The Office of the Secretary to the Cabinet shall provide facilities and any support required by the panel in the performance of its functions. This procedure shall start at least 6 months before the expiry of the term of a member of the Commission. There you have it. Public Service Commission. How does it look when they do what they have been employed to do? Thanks for watching. Bye.